morning to everyone. So today's topic is attitude measurement in data collection. What is attitude? Attitude is also known as the behavior of a person. For example, anywhere we go for any purchase, anywhere we go or we are in a talk with someone, how is the attitude to a person whom we are talking to? And how is the person's attitude who is going to reply to us? This is the way we measure attitude. Attitude here is nothing but the way you are presentable to the before person standing in front of you so that they give a proper response and accurate information. This is in your hand, that is the speaker's hand, so that they understand the question properly and also are ready to give you the accurate information that you want or any opinions that they want to share. Attitude here, measurement when it comes to data collection, also includes the opinion of a person, the perspective of a person. Now I randomly go ask someone whether you like the food in this restaurant. For example, Arabian Street. Do you like the food in this restaurant? It is their opinion, their perspective, their taste, what they prefer. So I cannot force them to give a good review or give 5-star rating. It is their opinion, the way they've paid, how much they've paid for the food, what was the taste, how much it is being cooked, whether it's overcooked or oily, or if they are not satisfied with the employee working there, the serve which is not okay, whether it's too much cost and the quality of the food was not okay. All these comes under review taking. And how a person in the same restaurant, a person should behave in such a way that he or she, whoever is the customer, will have respect towards them and also think, okay fine, we're going, they come tell you that the service was so good. It should come from heart. Something the person comes, gives something which is not even hot, which is cold and which is overcooked, which is very, very oily. And few people would prefer this much of salt is what I need, this much of sugar is what I need. It shouldn't be this much watery. So all these satisfactory things should be done in order to get something positive. Negative, if we don't do anything, we'll randomly get negative stuff. But if we want something positive, something should be very much in a formal attitude is what we talk about here in getting collection of data. We have a large group of people. In a restaurant, there may be any number of people coming for their breakfast, lunch, dinner, or any, if it's a cafe. Evening times it is full of rush. So at that time, any types of survey, here surveys we can also give it in the form of online method, as we know. Social method, so social media plays a very important role nowadays. So surveys can be taken, the ratings can be given. Through this you can check the satisfaction of the customers. It depends on how you behave to the customer and how you satisfy them. This is only called the attitude measurement in data collection. So after this we have people explaining more detail.
So let's talk about the importance of attitude measurement. Before that, let me go a glance about what is the meaning of it. Attitude measurement is nothing about just measuring or collecting the particular person's attitude, behavior, feelings, so that we can understand what they want, what they need, and we can plan according to it, which is useful for in the modern days and as well as in the business life. So let me jump into the importance. When it comes to attitude measurement, the most thing which is the main key feature is like taking decision according to our customer's willingness. By understanding our customer's willingness, we can plan according to it, and based on it we can manufacture our product or change whatever which is being done, so that we can earn more profit in such a way we can increase your income and as well as all things. And therefore, when it comes to the attitude measurement, the more major stuff is is something which the customer willingness is most important. Moreover, we'll just something, we'll take some survey like what the customer need. Let me have A, B over here. And then most of the customers nearly 60% is like A1, the product A, and other remaining 40 will go on to the remaining B. So we'll just categorize whatever they need and plan according to it. Let me produce nearly 60 products of A at the A product and as well as the remaining 40 on the other side, and we'll plan according to it so that we can earn more profit. That's what comes to when attitude measurement, and that fellas customer loyalty. When you understand about the customer's feeling about what they want, so that the customers will come more and more again to your company, to your product, and then recommend your product, as well as they buy lots of more product what you want, so that you can build customer loyalty or listeners.
Okay, so far we have, from the four spoken points, we deeply understood what is attitude, how significant it is while measuring or involving in some data collections or survey. So when observing all such kind of things, one can easily conclude that without attitude, the thing that has been carried out, especially data collection as well as survey, cannot take place. Why attitude is important? Let's take for an example. For instance, there are two instances where a particular researcher, when going and collecting information from a respondent, so he has to be patient enough, because when you go and be very hostile, then you cannot get the preserved information, because the person, the respondent may be, they too cannot handle hostility for every cases. So some people, they have to focus, they have to keep their attitude on low point, especially when you are involving in your professional spaces, or when you are going out. Especially you have to carry your attitude behavior is very important. Especially when collecting your data survey or data collection and all, your attitude plays a very key role. That is because without attitude, or when you have no managing over your attitude, the required activity or the activity which has been carried out cannot be completed. So easily, as we have discussed about the significance as well as the overview about the introduction about attitude, so one can easily tell that your attitude, especially as a management era or a management field, your attitude is very important. When you go out, when you speak with people, when you connect with people, when you communicate with people, your attitude is very, very important, because it lays the foundation, it lays the basis, because your attitude is what defines your entire progress or entire journey. If you wanted your entire journey to be smooth flowing and has to be continued for throughout or with continuity, your attitude is very important. Make sure that your attitude is fitting to your environment and your environment is fitting to your attitude. Even as sometimes, as we all are human beings and we are not robotics, and yes, sometimes for instances we may have bad days, bad days, unfortunate, fortunate, but keeping one thing in mind and keeping one thing in consideration, every time when you carry out activities or when you go out, you collect information, you carry on with the survey, and make sure and make everything clear and try to connect with people. Yes, sometimes people, they don't understand values and they don't understand awareness. Some people might be literate and some may not be. So keep in mind that your attitude is very important, as involving in data collection, and attitude plays a key important role that will drive you for the better success. So with this we conclude and we come to the end of today's case study talking about attitude measurement in data collection. Thank you.